Back at the Wargaming table, back with Troops in Contact, playtesting. Basic rules, infantry. I've gone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I think I am going to keep it that the player resolving a combat, resolving casualty factors basically, so resolving a combat is a player action but does not cost the units a PM, a period marker. We had our first casualty reported. This unit here lost one soldier. That's what was just resolved now, but now it goes to red 4 players action. One of the reasons for this playtesting is to try, not that I always succeed, but to try to push forward and throw together ideas quickly and test them without much delay. So here, before I was assessing low ammo basically at the end of the attack routine, but I think there's going to be, I think if possible, we're going to keep a delayed reporting on ammo status as well. So this was now this is something I have to remember, this was I believe a 4 rate of fire attack. And I need to look, okay, so again, I'm going to say it's a player action to get the report. Don't have to do that. The only time you'd have to do this, the only time you'd have to roll for ammo is the next time this unit tried to conduct a fire attack. Okay, but no, red 4 player is going to go ahead and roll for low ammo. Where is that? I can't remember where it is. It is right, okay, it's right here. Again, we have 5 different levels of combat load. For simplicity, for uniformity's sake, in all playtesting so far, I just say all units are at medium combat load. Medium combat load corresponds to standard U.S. Army Infantry Doctrine combat load. So, so the machine gun here conducted a 4 rate of fire attack, resulted in 1 casualty. That's good, but now there is a very substantial 36% chance that 36% chance of going low ammo, and rolled a 35. So it is now low ammo. So I guess I'd have a low ammo marker. Wow. So now for the rest of this situation, this heavy machine gun is low ammo. It can only conduct a 1 rate of fire attack. Wow, that's pretty much devastating. Again, it as I guess it should be, how devastating it is corresponds to the forces involved. But here, yeah, it's pretty devastating. So that was red 4 players action. Back to blue 4 players action. So acting with, okay, so these units are marked with a period marker. This one's marked with a period marker. These ones are marked with period markers. You cannot act with a unit that is already marked PM, but you can react. Does that make sense? Well, yeah. No, actually it does make sense, kind of. Well, I mean, it makes sense within game terms. Within game terms, it makes sense. You cannot act with a unit that's already marked PM, however, you can react. Okay. So Now, well, I guess blue 4 player can figure out what he wants to do with these forces over here. Okay, with this fire team here, up posture for 0, and 1. Okay, this unit looking across the open, 50, 100, 150, 250 meters. Yep, 250 meters across the open area there. Let's first figure out who can see who. I said that wrong. Okay, observation. Okay, so blue player moved here. So can this red unit see this blue unit? So we take the target first. This is a small troop unit. He is acting, and he's in up posture. Now we go to the observer. The observer is down and not acting. So the observation point allowance is 10. Right, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He just barely sees the unit moving in the open there in up posture. So he's going to fire. So this is a normal assault unit, not an assault plus. This unit is 4 assault rifles, no squad automatic weapon. Range we said was 10. He's gonna keep the possibility of low ammo down now. And basically he's just gonna launch a 2 rate of fire attack to just drop basically 2 firepower on the unit, basically just trying to slow them down, which is really what it comes down to now, to a large degree. I don't know that it should be a lost cause for red, but I mean, this just shows how cannot be irresponsible with your ammunition. Red 4 probably did not, of course I was just exercising game mechanics, but that machine gun, on the one hand, maybe it should not have opened up with a 4 rate of fire attack here. On the other hand, he did cause a casualty. Okay. Okay, so he dropped some harassing fire, so to speak. 2 combat factors are firepower here. Target goes down in full cover. So he expended 1 action point to get here. We're in the 3rd action period, so we mark him for the 4th action period. Like that. And then we mark him as well. That was reaction fire, so there is no question that he only gets 1 one action point. Basically, one action point of fire. Okay. So that would be red 4's action. We come back to blue 4. So here's let's do this. Red 4 is going to take this machine gun and basically pop up for 0 action points. Does not draw reaction fire. But let's see if the machine gun can see the machine gun here in the wood line. Can't remember if we assessed this before or not, but the target unit is a small troop unit, down, not acting. The observer is a small troop, well, size doesn't matter, but it's up posture and not marked acted yet. Not acting yet. Not marked PM. So what we have is observer's up. Ooh, not even close because he's in down posture. That was kind of a waste. He'll stay up though so that he can react. Okay, not good tactics, but let's try something. If the unit goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, again, not good tactics, but let's exercise the mechanics. At this point, the blue unit's expended 4 action points. So, in effect, it is marked like that. This marker is well after this marker. So I think that this unit gets to attack again. And what I'm saying now, because this attack is after this one that he's already marked for, actually it doesn't matter as long as it's not the same. As long as it's not the same period. Aha. That's new. As long as it's not the same period. Okay, clearly it's not the same period. So this unit can, clearly you can see him moving in the open, up posture. Oh wait, actually the difference now is that he's acted. So he's DP plus PM. But still, well, okay, let's go ahead and figure it out. The target unit is a small troop unit, up and PM. Okay, and the observer is down and PM, which means 6 observation points. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just barely actually sees him. What changed is that he's, oh. See here, technically he wouldn't be acting. So maybe the observation rules do need to be simplified to take out acting or not acting. And if we're going to do that, do we take out up and down posture? What is the posture at the time that the unit attacks? it's well after. It's well after. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now wait a minute. What? That was a 2. That was a 2. This first one, this one here, that was a 2 rate of fire attack anyways. So he would have been marked for ammo check anyways. So now, now the unit moves here, comes within observation range. And there's no reason why this unit cannot reaction fire, because it's not the same time period as the time period when it conducted this attack. In fact, it's after. It is about 30 to 45 seconds later. So, oh, I know what. One idea is that we simply don't count him as marked, don't count him as PM'd. Maybe it has to be at the time that the attack takes place. So how would that? Maybe what we do is, okay, maybe we do it this way. When the unit says, when the reacting player basically interrupts and declares reaction fire, maybe what we do is we clear this first. Well, only because it's, yeah, but in this case it's after. There are cases when the fire is going to be before as well. But anyways, I won't worry about that. I'll worry about that when I get to it. This one's clearly afterwards. So one way is that we could first, maybe we clear the low ammo roll first. Okay, so that was a 2 rate of fire attack, 18%. Okay, 67 easily passes that. So he's not low ammo. Okay, not low ammo. Maybe we clear this now. He's declaring reaction fire anyways. Oops, where was he? I can't remember where. I guess he was there. I hope he was there. Okay. So now the observer status is not PM. I guess we have to do that. And again, I'm just handling the case where this second fire happens to be after the first fire. I don't know about the reverse right now. Okay, so he's not DP PM, he's just DP. Okay, so his observation point allowance is in fact back up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he easily sees him. Okay, all right. That's interesting. Okay, now he conducts his fire. To be safe, he will just do, well, let's say he bumps it up to a 3 rate of fire attack at range 6. Range 6, that's 8. All right, so he's going to drop 8 firepower on the unit there, on the target there. Okay, so let's go through this. This is okay. If I can find firepower marker. What did I say? 8, 8. Okay. All right. So what we do is we know he's marked like that. He's forced down, full cover. I'm not doing very good at fire and maneuver here. Bounding Overwatch, I mean. Okay, so that's that. Of course, this is just exercise rules. Now we come back to the fire, and the fire is marked the same as the new target, the new target. And he did do a 3 rate of fire attack, which means I got to remember that. I got to dig out some working counters for that. Okay, so maybe, I guess it would work. It's not as nice looking, but I guess it would work to use my point fire counters underneath as the rate of fire ammunition check, I guess. Okay, yeah, that's good for now. Okay, there we go. Now we go back to blue 4 player. Okay, blue 4 player is just gonna leave it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, blue 4 player leaves it alone, passes. Red 4 player. Oh, he's low ammo anyways, so he's just 1 firepower attack. How much can a medium machine gun generate? Medium machine gun at 1 firepower. Yeah, it only generates no more than 3 out to 50 meters. It's generating only 3 firepower. Oh, that's pretty sad. All right, so he'll just leave it alone. Yeah. Okay. I need to relook my rate of fire data and calculations. I definitely do. Okay. All right, so let's go to the 4th action period. So we remove 4th action period markers. There's one right there. It's the pale lime green. Remove that one. We remove that one. Yeah, okay. And then we go to action, starting with the attacker, blue player, blue force player. Okay, again, not necessary, but let's go ahead and try to shake this off. Two casualty factors. First, he just rolls 53. He's gonna be fine. Okay, so 53. All right, let's go through the numbers. I think the first thing is skill. Okay, this is an area of fire that they're reacting to. It's reaction to fire, reacting to fire check. That is will times teamwork, which is 7 times 7, 49. 49 plus 5 and 5 for the individual unit profile. Bumps it up to 59. They pass. 53 is less than or equal to 59, which means that we go down a column. So we go from the 2 column down to the 1 column. 1 column. And then we go to cover and concealment. They're in the open. There is no concealment. Cover is 10%. They're not even close to that. And then we check the actual column at 53 is definitely no effect. So they basically shake that off fairly easily. Now they're there, down and in full cover. Okay, let's get moving again. You can come out of full cover for free. You can come up for free. And they're going to go 1. This is interesting. This is interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's again exercise some mechanics. Let's say again, okay, here we have the situation where the unit here, okay, so in progress, well, red player says stop, I'm interrupting. So this unit is actually at this. He's marked for 1 p.m., which is that one, like that. That's where he is. Oh. And here we go again. Okay, so... oh, man. So here's where... It's almost like maybe... It's almost like should these units keep the PM markers of the times they attacked? Because he attacked once before and it was cleared away. I wonder if he keeps... if the units just keep the markers. Oh my, how would that work? How would that work? How would that work? Well, again, let's just throw it on there. Let's see how it works. I know it's going to get a lot of... On the one hand, it's going to get a lot of markers. On the other hand... I think they'll come off fairly quickly. So he would have already had one on there. I wish I could remember which one it was. Oh, it might have actually been this action period, in which case it would have already been removed, actually. Okay, all right, so let's just move forward. So the first thing we have to do is roll for that low ammo. So now we're bumped. That's a 3 rate of fire attack. He already... Isn't that funny? He's going to... Technically, he's going to conduct that in the future. But hey, all right. We roll for that. Okay, 84 easily is fine with that. No low ammo. Now I guess we go... So now he generates his firepower. That range was at 9. 3, yeah, range 9. At range 9. Here, I guess he'll... So he can only slow them down. Let's say he goes back down and plays it easy, plays it safe, and goes back down to, let's say, a 1 rate of fire attack. Out to range 9, he's dropping 2. Again, it's just a little... See, all he's doing is slowing the attacker down, but that's okay. Let's experiment here. So he drops 2, again forces the target down. This is pretty much a must, because the units on the ground here, on the paper here, they don't know that it's only a 2 firepower attack in the seconds that it's happening. So that's okay. So there. So now he would be... So now this action is before the marker that he already has. That marker definitely has to stay. Let's just experiment. I don't know how this is going to work, but let's say we just give him a second marker. This is before this one, so we'll put it on top because it's the soonest one. This is the next action period. So go like this. The reason why this is important is because, as a matter of fact, let's do an example of this. Now, I don't really have an example per se, but let's go to we're going back to blue 4 player. Let's go 2, 3. Yeah, now 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's marked like that. The machine gun is going to shoot up there. Just double check observation. All right, so the target is a small troop unit. It is up posture and PM. The observer is down posture, not PM. So he has 10 observation points. So remember, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because of the defilade. 7, 8, and then 9, 10. Yeah, I guess it would include the, yeah, I guess it would include that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just barely sees them. The higher terrain is closer to the higher unit, so it doesn't block. He's low ammo, so he can only be a 1 rate of fire attack. So the medium machine gun, 1 rate of fire attack. Lost my column here. 1 rate of fire attack. 1 rate of fire attack at range 10 is 1. So he just drops a little 1 firepower on there. Boom, just a little harassing fire. Boom. He gets marked like that. He gets forced down and full cover. No option. Like that. Again, they don't know that the unit is low ammo or anything like that. There. And then the machine gun, of course, gets marked the same. Of course, he will not roll for low ammo anymore for the rest of the situation. Like that. And then back to blue 4 player. Let's see if he sees him now. Because, okay, so this blue 4 unit to the red 4 unit that just attacked. We go, the target is a small troop unit. It is down but PM. The observer is, yeah, he's not going to see him. No. I've talked about, no, sorry, I haven't talked about this. I've thought this over. I will continue to adjust, I'm sure I'll continue to adjust my observation, basically data and calculations here. But one thing I will not have is I will not have this gaminess where just because this unit fired up here, you know, it's like instant radar tracking. I'm being sarcastic, where, you know, the fire is automatic and instantaneously pinpointed to everybody on the map. That's not at all realistic, not at all going to be brought into this game. It is, yes, the unit here heard the fire come from around here. It has nothing to do with this unit being able to ID, well, observe, including ID, the fire here. Is the range right. Basically, he can be seen for a unit that's down. The unit has to be within 75 meters. Oops, that doesn't even include the forest, the woods. Never mind. Yeah. In any case, he's not going to observe. I'm saying, yeah, I'll definitely be relooking my observation input. The model's okay. I mean, I like the model, but the inputs need to be reviewed a lot. But a unit that's down, like 200 meters away, is not going to see a unit that's also down in a wood line, even if they just fired. It's not going to happen. Oh, I take that back. When I get, as a matter of fact, let me talk about this real quick. Right now, it takes 3 observation points for a unit like this. Or, I'm sorry, a unit like this has 3 observation point allowance to see a unit like this. Which means actually he's not seeing him in the woods. Let's talk about if these units had, let's say, 7 times binos. 7 times? Let's say, yeah, I'll go down. I think they would have 7 times binos, or might have 7 times binos. Let's just say 6 times binos, binoculars. I think what that's going to do is that's going to take the observation point allowance of 3 and basically, times 6. So it's going to be 18. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 6 for the woods, 13. So they would see them with binos, except that this unit would have to pass a skill check. Let's walk all the way through this. I wasn't planning on this, but this is what I'm thinking. So let's say the unit's here. There is line of sight. He can see the hex. Using binos, he's going to try to observe the unit here. Again, we figured out the observation point allowance is 3, times that by 6 for the 6 times binos. For 18 observation point allowance, which is enough to see into there, except that it takes a skill check. This is, and I've thought about this, I think that this is considered, I think that I will consider this an individual task. Individual tasks are handled slightly differently than collective tasks. Individual task is skill times skill, or skill squared. So again, we said that the basic skill, or the basic unit type, proficiency type of all of these 777, so it's 7 times 749, plus just 1 skill modifier plus 5, so it's 49 plus 5 is 54. Yeah, he rolls a 38. So now we'll say that he observed the unit. That is going to I do think that should cost an action point. Oh. Yeah, and then I think that they should be able to fire. So the soldier in this team, oh yeah, it's a machine gun team. Machine gun teams would have binoculars, even more so than a regular fire team. Okay. So the AG, the assistant gunner with binoculars, scanned and searched, and in the process successfully observed the team there in the wood line. Now that took 1 action point. Oh. Oh. No, they'll go ahead and they will go ahead and, let's try something I'm just Got to keep experimenting and pushing the rules here. Let's say they expend 1 action point to observe the target, which they did successfully. Then let's say this is the first. I think this is the first time I'm doing this in playtesting. Let's say, and see, the unit would not have to declare this, but what he's going to do is he's going to attack for 1 action point. Oh. Okay, let's do this first of all. So that's a medium machine gun. Okay, let's walk through this. So let's say he's just gonna fire for one rate of fire. Oh, yeah, let's walk through this. Okay, so 1 AP, 1 action point to observe, the second action point to fire just 1 rate of fire attack onto the target. Okay, so yeah, 1 rate of fire at range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 200 meters is 2. So he drops 2 firepower on the target. He's now up to 2 action points expended. The target now for this first attack, oh, he's already down, so he doesn't have to, yeah, he stays down. He goes to full cover like that. He's marked with 2 CF. His action, I keep saying that, his period marker is already after the oh, isn't that interesting? All right, it's already after. Okay, so now what the, I need to keep track of this. Yeah, okay, it'll be easy to keep track of with a turn track, with a cycle track, with a time track. Actually, time track. Okay, actually, Blue 4 wants to go another action point for another 1 rate of fire attack to drop another 2 casualty factors on. And this is where if, okay, let's walk through this. If Red 4 had another unit over here, for example, at this point, Red 4 could reaction fire against the unit there, but he doesn't have another unit. He can't return fire because he's now under a CF marker, casualty factor marker. Could he return fire? In fact, he could, but we have to figure out, oh, actually he is, wow. This is a lot of firepower capability, which is okay. On the one hand, there's a lot of firepower capability. On the other hand, like we've already seen, if you ramp up your rate of fire, it's not that easy to go low ammo, so I don't know. There's some balance here, but so Blue 4 wants to conduct another attack on the target there and drop some more firepower on there. But first, Red player is going to try to intervene. So let's first see if this unit can observe that unit. Now, he's marked with the blue marker now, the second period marker. This unit isn't marked with a blue marker or a second period marker, which means that it hasn't actually committed to action during this particular action period. So that's okay. However, He may simply not be able to observe. Let's go through the numbers. The target is down and PM. Down and PM, and the observer is down and oh. He would not be PM during this action period. So again, this is where we have to figure that gets too complicated. That gets too complicated because what about moving? Are we gonna mark units for every single? That's too much. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Okay. Let's. Well, I don't know that it's actually going to. I don't know that it's actually going to relate. So let's just push forward and see if it actually even matters. Oops. Next video.